Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be showcasing a revolutionary new training idea that I believe I just invented. So this is going to be called the Stretch Reflex Squat Optimization. Alright, so first of all, what is the stretch reflex? So it is an involuntary muscle contraction in the stretch portion of any movement, really. The bounce out of the bottom of the squat is what we're going to be focusing on here. And almost all pro squatters bounce out of the hole. You'll see Matt Vina talk about this a lot. Here we have Ray Williams performing his world record squat on the right here. You can look at any video of these pro squatters and they are explosive out of the bottom of the squat. There are a few exceptions, like I know John Hack with his high bar squat is really controlled at the bottom. It almost looks like he does a pause squat, but he's weird. He does a high bar squat. I don't know anyone else who does that. But that's what we're going to be focusing on here, this bounce out of the bottom of the squat. So this is how the discovery happened. I'm sure you guys are interested in this. So I had pretty much an extremely long period of feeling no bounce out of the bottom of my squat. I had not seen any squat PRs since August of 2023, so that's over a year by the time this happened. I kind of had a small knee injury that occurred after my 675 deadlift in August, and it wasn't like an acute injury, but it was just really nagging and would kind of hurt anytime I squatted heavy, and so I had to kind of deload and address that and figure out strategies to get that rehabbed. And so in order to do this, I decided to only do high bar pause squatting for about 2 months, so no more low bar squatting, and I would just pause right at the top of where the hole typically is, not like resting in the bottom. And I immediately hit a massive rep PR at 455 pounds for 10 reps on high bar with no pause. So the first time I actually high bar squatted without a pause, I hit this PR. And of course, I'm going to be playing that video, so you should have seen that already at the start of this video. So here is the groundbreaking crackpot theory here. Preserving the stretch reflex. I have not heard anyone talk about this. So we want to limit stretch reflex accommodation, which would be repeated stretching that can lead to a reduction in the stretch reflex. So as you know, like if you look at any gymnasts, that are extremely flexible, if they can do like the middle splits, they're not going to be very bouncy out of the bottom of the squat just because like they're not actually getting a significant stretch stimulus because they've stretched themselves so much through static stretching. And the strategy is that we want to limit this accommodation so that we become very tight and bouncy out of the bottom of the squat. And one of the ways we can do this is we can do pause squatting, where you rest above and not in the hole. This is very important. And this takes away the bounce and preserves the stretch reflex. And it's very important that you do not pause in the hole with no tension, because that is basically a stretch. So that would be an incorrect use of the pause squat here. We want to be maintaining tension throughout the entire lift so that we are not utilizing the stretch reflex. And how can we incorporate this into our programs? So first of all, stop static stretching right now. It is a ridiculous urban legend that like static stretching is somehow like important at reducing injury rates. Like I believe that it's been shown that it does not have a significant effect on reducing injury. It may actually lead to injuries, especially because many people perform them without adequately warming up. We've all seen these, like I've seen several videos online of people just immediately going into hamstring static stretches, and it just, their hamstring just tears off their bone. Video ends right there. Very tragic stuff. Not recommended. And these static stretches will reduce your stretch reflex, so we don't want to be doing that. And also it's been shown to reduce force production in some studies, so yeah, that's another reason why you shouldn't if you're not convinced already. But you want to be performing pause squats frequently. So my upcoming plan is that on my primary squat day, I will be doing a couple top sets of just a normal low bar squat with no pause, and then I'll be doing some back off sets with some pauses, and then I will be only doing high bar pause squatting on my secondary day, and I think this will have great effects with preserving the stretch reflex. And I hope you guys like watching that video. Let me know if you guys want to try this out. I'm very interested to see how this is going to turn out. This is the first time I've actually seen a recovery of my stretch reflex. I remember I figured this out about 2 years ago when I first hit my 485 for 4 on low bar squat. I learned at that moment that bouncing out of the bottom of the squat was very important, and I really have not been able to recover a lot of the same energy within the last year, and I think that taking out these normal squats and replacing them with the pause squats has really assisted in bringing the stretch reflex back for me. But anyways, I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. Bye.